Once again, another lazy video. Let's just get this over with. Dr. Jerome has turned good. He created extra androids in this timeline. And since Future Cell been ganged up, he been killed. And he were able to reprogram 17 and 18 by their real names, Lapis and Lusui, which will be calling their names by that from now on. Now, we begin the 7-year time skip. Dr. Jerome has completely changed into a whole new person after getting the attention he finally deserves, but in a good way instead of a bad way. His androids became more famous and more helpful. Capsule Corps become even more famous. Instead, of course, Hercule doesn't get the attention he has, and they'll have Hercule City, but whatever. He's still well known in the tournament at least. Of course, speaking of that, Goku's alive, and he's eventually able to go Super Saiyan 2 alongside with Vegeta and Gohan, since they're able to train more and more intense. Well, except for Gohan. Gohan just trained less time, but at least he still kept his training. He still had to go to school. He still met Fidel, and things plus the same. Goten is even stronger than Ken as well. Now, let's talk about the androids more, especially Cell. So, before the 7-year time skip, actually, let's go back to 4 years, actually. Cell has been regrown, but instead, he has grown back to being perfect instead of being his imperfect form. Now, I was inspired by doing this by Salad Saiyan. He's a cool what if YouTuber. You should check him out. He did something similar, like making imperfect Cell reborn as perfect Cell, but being a bluish color. We're gonna do the same thing, but instead of being blue, it's like green. So yeah, back to the year time skip. So this version of Cell is turned good, and he's the strongest sea fighter around the world. Of course, Dr. Drone eventually to use the Dragon Balls to revive his wife. His wife is also an android since her wife was killed and has to make her a robot or android. In quick detail, she'll be still called Android 21, obviously, but of course, she doesn't have the Majin power at all since Dr. Jerome did not see Majin Buu or never heard of him for the first time, so she's not going to turn Majin, so yeah, just keep that in mind. So right now, Cell has been doing nothing but training. Goku, Vegeta does train with Cell, but Cell still remains the powerful sea fighter right now. And even Dr. Jerome, he reprogram and upgrade Android 16 lots of times. Same it with 13, 14, and 15. As I said before, 13, 14, and 15 became Capsule Corps bodyguards. But really, since Android 13 is more human, and I've considered him not to be full mechanical robot, he'll probably be full android. As for 13 and 15, I think they're like android 16. So right now 13 might be an android, as 14 and 15 might be cyborgs or just robots, complete robots. So right now, Android 13, I feel like his job could probably be I don't know, a lumberjack or something. I mean, I'd like to hear your suggestion what his job should be. But besides the jobs, let us continue this what if. So onward that eventually Fidel bribes and try to blackmail Gohan to go to the tournament, saying that, oh, if you don't come to the tournament, I will tell everyone you're the great Saiyaman. Which Gohan has no choice but to join in. But not only Fidel wanted him to go to the tournament, Goku also wanted to go too, since it's old good times too. So Gohan agrees. Even Gigi agrees too to come because she wanted the prize money, and she heard that the money is big. So everyone comes to the tournament. Dr. Jerome decided that he's going to stay in Capsule Corp. He had no time with tournaments. However, Cell and Dirty are interested though. Cell knows about tournaments because obviously he has the DNA of Goku and everyone else. He does have Frieza DNA, but not the evil parts of it. Only the parts of it that he could breathe in space and get a lot stronger. We won't have his potential. We not want to make him too overpowered. Because if we do, this what if will be pointless, and Cell could just basically one-shot everyone by breathing. So right now, if you want to know how strong he is stronger than Super Boo. Yeah, that's strong. Like I said, Cell's pretty much overpowered. So pretty much, he'll be really, really helpful. But in a way, the tournament begins, and a lot of contestants were not able to join in. Someone like 17 even comes along. Since he is still a park ranger, but he decided he wanted to go to the tournament too, since he is more and more alike to the other sea fighters this time around. And Vegeta, on the other hand, he just wanted to go so he could fight Kakarot, since he never gets a chance to fight Goku in this timeline. Yeah, Goku is alive, but he still couldn't have a chance to fight, since that Goku was more focused on training with Cell and the other androids. So Vegeta really, he was pretty pissed that he couldn't fight Goku, since he's too much busy too. But Vegeta, that doesn't mean that Vegeta isn't stronger. No, he was training himself for a long time with high gravity, trying to prove himself that he could get stronger without training with the androids. But of course, he does train with Cell, as I said before. But still, he still wanted to fight Goku, but he couldn't do that since he had two goals. He wanted to surpass Cell and Goku at the same time. Shin and Kibito also arrived as well, and a lot of contestants were. There's a lot of fighters who wanted to join. 13 wanted to join. Cell wanted to join. 17 wanted to join. And it's going to be a little bit crowded too. So that means someone like Mighty Mask, Juno, and surprisingly, even Spochifet are not able to enter. So that means we get to avoid Fidel being brutally beat down, which is a good thing. So Krillin has to fight Android 18 since the order went out mixed up. So 18 beats down Krillin, but she holds back because, well, they're in couple and they're married. The next fight will be Piccolo versus Shen, which Piccolo immediately forfeits. And nextly, we had Cell versus Fidel. And sadly, Fidel did not win. And Cell, he decided to use one single attack with one kick to her torso. She was sent flying out of the ring. Which Cell holds back with using 1% his power. He does not want to hurt her too bad. Think of this as the same way that Cell did to her father. Now Gohan will fight Kibito, which that battle plays out the same, where Gohan gets his energy absorbed by Explosive and Yamu. Since they were spectating, only like Yamu was in the tournament, but Explosive was spectating, trying to see which fighter has the most energy. They could have stolen Cell's energy, but really, Cell was actually holding back a lot of power, so they couldn't know what Cell's power is. Gohan, on the other hand, they're able to scan his power with the radar, and they're able to steal his energy, and everyone has to end up flying and chase him, which 17 stays back because he wanted to get the prize money. Same with 18. As for 13, he decided to stay back as well because he just want to have some fun in the tournament. And he feel like the Sea Rush could handle it. As for Cell will also stay back as well because really he wants to enjoy the tournament for once. And he also felt confident that Goku and the others could handle it as well. So it'll be meaning that the same team will follow to Babadi's ship will be Goku, Vegeta, then Gohan, Krillin, and Piccolo, and then Shin and Kibito. Of course, Kibito gets killed. Piccolo and Krillin gets spit on, and then also Vegeta goes Majin. As I said before, Vegeta is pretty much pissed that he never gets the chance to fight Goku, and he'll let himself become Majin because of that. He get a big Majin boost, which means that he has to fight Goku. This version Goku, he does not have Super Saiyan 3, or he doesn't know about Fusion Dance, so yeah, pretty much he's now equal to Vegeta in power, as Gohan and Shin has to stop Majin Buu. But of course, Majin Buu has been free as normal, which through the tournament everyone can sense his power and decided to fly over to where Gohan's at. Fat Boo's about to kill about to kill Shin. Cell jumps in away, kicking Fat Buu far away into mountains, as Babidi is shocked by this, but before he can say anything, he's been shot through the head by Android 13. 13 and Cell are able to to arrive to help. But of course, Cell could sense Gohan's energy far away and is faint, which Cell tells Shin to find Gohan and they'll take care of the, the fat, chubby man. Hearing that make Boo pretty angry and he charged at them. Well, of course, Fat Boo does not stand no chance against someone like Cell. As for 13, he was training as well since he wanted to defend Capsule Corp. And also, right now, he's pretty much strong. He's how strong? At least equal to Super Saiyan 2 to Gohan. Right now, Goku and Vegeta are stronger than Gohan Super Saiyan 2, which Android 13 is equal to Gohan in Super Saiyan 2. So of course, because of this, Android 13 knows that he doesn't stand a chance, but he at least could support Cell with his other attacks and techniques he has. Fat Boo begins to get angry and angrier since he's getting beaten by Cell and he couldn't even land a hit or scratch him. Super Boo, or Boo actually, Fat Boo, he gets angry. He gets so angry, he unleashes Evil Boo, which 13 and Cell are confused that there's two of them now. But seemingly the evil version has absorbed the fat one, becoming Super Boo. Now, sensing how strong Super Boo is, Cell begins to smirk. Finally, a worthy challenge he's been waiting for. Cell begins to power up and attack Super Boo, with seemingly Cell just holding back and Super Boo is actually giving Cell quite a challenge. Android 13, he doesn't know, he doesn't sense energy, but I believe that he could tell that someone is able to keep up with Cell, which 13 just is worried about this. He decided that he's going to find and stop Vegeta. Well, of course, Majin will eventually come, sensing how Boo became strong instantly, sensing both of them, and one of them just combined turned into one strong one. Goku and Vegeta already senses by now, which Vegeta still knocked out Goku and try to fight Super Boo. However, 13 tells him do not attack Super Boo, since somehow this version of Boo has got a lot stronger. Vegeta doesn't care, he at least want to try, but 13 couldn't stop him since Vegeta could easily wipe him out of existence. Right, Majin is about to attack Super Boo. Super Boo noticed Vegeta. He knew with Cell begins to use more power eventually. Super Boo knows that he's outmatched. He saw Vegeta coming. He ran towards him and absorbed him, becoming Vegeta. What do you call it? Vegeta? I think it's called that. Vegeta is born, and his first target is Cell. Cell is now even more interested, but a little worried that Vegeta got absorbed because of his arrogance. But which Cell said that Vegeta is a fool, he shouldn't have let his guard down, and he should have picked a fight that he can't win. Cell does sense Vegeta's power. He decided to power it up even more further, but sadly for Cell, he was a little bit disadvantaged, where Cell has to go full power, which is able to be equal into Super Boo's power. And now everyone around begins to sense Vegeta's and Cell's energy clashing, which Goku is a bit worried, knowing that what if Cell couldn't even defeat this new threat? Goku decided that he needs to get everyone together to stop this biggest threat. So they decided to teleport towards Goku decided to teleport to the tournament, teleport everyone to the lookout for safety, because who knows what Vegeta could do. Back to the fight, Cell and Vegeta begin to fight blow to blow, and really, they don't really stand much of a chance. Vegeta begins to get more and more frustrated. He even tried to absorb Cell, but with Cell is smart enough to see the absorption, so he's not going to be caught by it that quickly. And Cell realized that he can't even kill Vegeta since his regeneration is so annoying. But not only that, he might kill Vegeta too. So he has to retreat for now. He put his fingers in his head, and he's able to sense Gohan's energy far, far away. And he teleports to Gohan, where Gohan is being trained by the Supreme Kai with a sea sword. Cell came to Gohan, telling him about the situation, which Gohan explains to Cell that the sea sword might be able to defeat Boo. Cell is interested in the sea sword. He decided that he's going to use the sword to himself, since he's the strongest right now. And Shin could tell that Cell also have great potential, probably greater than Gohan's. Or obviously, Cell said, he has all the DNAs of the Sea Fighters on Earth. So Cell and Gohan will take turns of using the Sea Sword, both training with it. Cell will have a much easier time holding it since he's probably a lot stronger, but at least he has some trouble, but still he's able to easily wield the sword. Back on Earth, Vegeta begins to go on a rampage, killing every innocent people on Earth. Eventually, Dr. Jerome saw Boo, and he still have his little scanner bots that still could scan people's DNA. He still have those bots around Earth, so meaning that he could scan any energy or any people's DNA, so that way he could make his androids more stronger. And that's what he's doing. Ever since Boo was revived, the nanobots were watching Boo, Cell, Babidi, and Piccolo's battle, including Majin Vegeta and Goku's battle. So, because of that, one of Dr. Jerome's robots came to Capsule Corp, and Dr. Jerome saw the whole thing, seeing how big a threat of Boo is. He had decided that he would send one of his robots android to distract Boo, while that he told his wife that he's going to use the DNA he has captured. They put it on 16, which Android 21 decided that she wanted to have some too, since she wanted to help out. Dr. Jerome's hesitant, does not want to lose his family, but she said it'll be alright. Dr. Jerome hesitant, but he gives both 16 and 21 the power of the fight they have earlier. So meaning that Android 21 does have Majin powers back. Well, she won't easily wield it quickly, at least for now. 16 decided that he's going to at least help the other androids and other innocent people from Boo. As for 14 and 15, Dr. Jerome tells those two that he has to fuse in with 13, since 13 is the only strongest one. 14 and 15 look at each other, telling each other goodbye and to their master, since they know that this threat is too much for them, and decided they will find 13 so they could fuse into him. Once they find him, they told the Sergeant 1 to 13 what's going to happen. 13 look at 14 and 15, telling him that they were great pals, but now he's not going to let his pals death or sacrifice be in vain. So right now 13 becomes Super 13, but even with that power, he knows that he won't be that much of a good battle, but he will try. He wants to find Vegeta when he was destroying West City. He landed a huge punch on Vegeta's face after the battle began. Of course, Android 17 and 18 are able to help 13 fight. As for Goku did try to help out too, but he couldn't do much. And right now, Cell telepathically tells Goku to prepare for the Spirit Bomb, since Cell said that he has a plan to free Vegeta from Boo. Goku doesn't know his plan, but he trusts Cell. So Goku begins to power up his Spirit Bomb. At least he's hoping what Cell's doing though. Shin did to test the Sea Sword, but Cell's impatient right now, so he grabbed Gohan and entered transmission to Earth, still holding the Sea Sword. Cell right now is preparing to slice Boo in half, since he believes that the Sea Sword could be strong enough to defeat Boo. So that's what Cell begins to do. He uses his sword to fight Vegeta, which 13 and 17 would take turns using the sword, but 17 couldn't hold him out long, but 13 on the other hand, he could probably hold it easily. But eventually Vegeta has enough of the Sea Sword. He grabs it, breaks it, which everyone's shocked by this. So that was a little mad. He decided he had to use full power and started beating down Boo. Of course, everyone knows that they can't kill Vegeta because then Vegeta's gonna die. So Wish still has the idea. He will try to go inside of Boo. When Boo took to short Gohan, seeing him as an interference, Cell jumps in the way, creating a barrier that he did in the Cell games, like a purple barrier he used. He used that. He went inside of Super Boo. Since there's no other Boos inside of Boo, that means Cell is free to go about his body. He's able to find Vegeta. He frees him. He saw Fat Boo. He chopped Fat Boo up and completely killed Fat Boo. Yeah, Fat Boo's not gonna be alive. Fat Boo's dead, and he's able to leave Super Boo's body, with Super Boo transformed to Kid Boo, and wanted that he was transforming. While he's transforming to Kid Boo, Goku throws a Spirit Bomb at the transforming Kid Boo. Once he already become Kid Boo was his eyes widened as he saw the Spirit Bomb right in front of him. He gets hit by it, completely vaporized. But before he did, Goku said that it's a shame that he has to kill Kid Boo just like that. He never gets a chance to fight him. Maybe someday he'll come back as a good person, which Kid Boo has been finally killed once and for all. With enough sacrifices and powered up and bunch of plot armor, everyone finally won. Of course, the old Kai's been released, thanking everyone for freeing him and also defeating Boo since he stole the battle before he made his introduction. In return, he asked anyone who would like to train the Supreme Kai world. Mostly everyone refused, but Gohan said he wants to train for a little bit since he wants to get stronger since Cell gotten stronger and his father. He wanted to get a little bit stronger too, which Okai allows it. And as Gohan went to the Supreme Kai world, saying he'll be back in 2 months. And that's where the what ifs was stopped for now. Now, this is the longest what if I did in this part. I mean, it's not compared to the other longest one, but it's pretty long. Pretty cool. Anyway, see ya.